Here we go, the starters for our second semifinal here this Wednesday evening.
Second referee, Mr. Orlando Yusebi. And now, introducing the starting lineup of the defending champions, the Cignal HD Spikers. Let's start with their team captain at number 8, JP Bugawan. Wearing jersey number 9, Mads Gampong. At 11, Joshua Omanda. Jersey number 16, Brian Bagunas. At 19, Sian Silang. Jersey number 20, Lloyd Josaphat. Starting libero is number 7, Vince Lorenzo. With our head coach, Mr. Dexter Clamon. Let us meet the starters for PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Their team captain at number 16, Seaman Second Class, Greg Dolor. Wearing jersey number 9, Louis Pudadera. At number 11, Seaman Second Class, Omar Liok. At number 15, Apprentice Seaman, Peter Kiel. Jersey number 17, Seaman First Class, Wilbert Sabida. And number 18, Seaman Second Class, Joven De La Vega. Starting libero is number 13, Seaman Second Class, Jack Kalingking. Head coach is Mr. George Pascua. This is your semifinal match between Cignal HD Spikers.
And there you have the starting 6 for the respective squads. They were called in one by one. They're the starters for Cignal. And there you have the starters for the Sea Lions.
Same starting lineup on both ends of the court. Just by looking at
I think it's also going to be interesting to note that dun sa una nilang laban, pinakita natin yung mga numero at lahat, winning in straight sets. Though the third set, as you mentioned, was very close. Pero wala pa si Brian nun.
It was 27-25 in favor of the HD Spikers. And this is really going to be a different ball game kasi iba na rin yung ibang tao on the floor.
Let's see what kind of a start Cignal has here. A lot of times they want to be able to start off on a good note, and they get a kill block there.
They're number 4 in the blocking department after the preliminary, so they do want to improve on that stat line today against PGJC Navy.
Attack. That's using the block there, and we're tied at 1 apiece.
The lefty of PGJC Navy just using the hands of the blockers in that sequence. Look at the established 3-man block of the HD Spikers. Still not enough to get the rejection of the attack of Liok.
Combination play. And scoring there will be Umandal.
That was a good rebound from the blockers of the Sea Lions. Pero nawala sa paningin ni Toto de la Vega yung bola. That's why it was difficult for him to chase after that first ball.
2-1 early on here in this match. Cignal wants to keep its immaculate slate, while Navy, of course, wants to be able to grab a victory here. That touch. Easy point. Ibibigay dito sa Navy.
That will center line fall.
Take your pick. It's important for Navy to be able to stay as close as they possibly can.
When Silang is the main playmaker for Cignal, he always makes sure that he activates his middles early on.
One-point lead here, enjoyed by Cignal. Still a tight affair. Dolor goes cross court.
Getting that past his former teammate in JP Bugawan.
Quick play. Up the middle works.
And the same strategy from CNC lang. While ago it was Lloyd Sapat. This time it's JP Bugawan. Either way, kahit kanino naman siya pumunta sa side ng Cignal, ang dami pa rin niyang options. You have Brian Bagunas from the left. You have Mads Gampong from that right pin. But the Sea Lions will also have their own version of that quick attack.
So far, they're staying in step. Watch this play here for Sapida.
That's the important thing for PGJC Navy. You have to be able to convert on the next play every time Cignal gets an attack point.
Kumbaga, sabayan mo lang. That was done so perfectly.
No defender there for the Sea Lions. Everybody was anticipating a strong hit from JP Bugawan. The first position will always be on that attack line.
That serve from Bagunas goes long though.
Too strong for Bagunas.
Captain now to serve. His serve hits the net as well. The toss a little bit too low.
They've exchanged unforced errors on the service line. This is a close set so far.
Yeah. Well, the fans that have made their way here to Rizal Memorial are enjoying the action. Ooh, Umandal all by his lonesome.
That is the second kill block for the HD Spikers. We haven't even reached our first technical timeout. Mukhang yan yung category na talagang tinutukan nila in training because all other categories nasa taas na sila ng team rankings, but when it comes to blocking and receiving, yun yung medyo alanganin. Even in the digging, they're 8th.
That's going to be off the block. And we're going to be tied once again at 6. That's a mark of a champion squad, is looking at their mistakes, and even if they don't have a single loss, they still know that there are categories they need to be able to improve on.
There will always be room for improvement. And yun naman din yung championship mindset ng Cignal HD. That will be an unforced error for PGJC Navy.
At sayang yun dahil yung tira ng Cignal lumabas. Pero sa kanila mapupunta dahil sa isang infraction na yun. It's 8-7.
Them being the semifinals. This is the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2024 semifinals for the Cignal HD Spikers. Yes, this is familiar to them, the playoff scene, but the difference in terms of their treatment being in the semifinals, this conference, this is nothing special to them. Being here before, the experience that they have, what they hold on to, most especially with the confidence booster that they have. One of their key players, Brian Bagunas, is back. Of course, he played last game, and that last match, they won via 3 sets. So with the combined experience, confidence booster, and momentum that the Cignal HD Spikers have, this is nothing special to them. This is just another day at work. Back to you, Anthony Neal.
It's 96 now, as we can see. Good defense, transforming to offense. Well, as Bailey was saying, another day in the office, hopefully another victory.
That's just the first attempt of Brian Bagunas.
Ooh, that's still alive.
Ooh.
Navy was celebrating already.
Props to CN Silang for keeping that ball in play. Jao Mandal was there for the second touch. And Brian Bagunas just hit that ball with authority. Now Cignal is building separation in this first set with a 4-point lead.
That'll get them to within 3. Coach George still questioning that previous call. Sabi niya, naka-double na yun. The officials say no. That's good blocking. In the back row, that looked long. It was.
There's a challenge on the ball by Cignal HD.
Ball in, ball out. It looked like it was out.
That happened so fast.
And it was really, exactly.
Buti na lang we have our cameras surrounding that zone.
People don't realize how tough it is on these linesmen because they're standing right there. Yes, that's supposed to be right down your line, but
That's really inside even before the end line.
wow, that was way inside. When I looked at it with my naked eye, it looked like it was going to be close.
Challenge is successful. Point serve for Cignal.
Official score will be 11, serving 7.
This is what we talked about early. Importante rito para sa Navy to be able to stay as close as long as they possibly can. That's going over. Goodbye. Second point for Bagunas.
Super sure point.
There's no doubt about that.
Brian Bagunas, if you give him an overpass like that, napakataas ng reach ni Brian Bagunas, it will be impossible for you to defend that kind of
Huwag
attack.
nyo i-push. Pabayaan nyo siya tumama kahit dyan lang sa gitna. Talagang kakargaan ng service kasi 1-1 na yun. So kailangan tayo rumisip. Di ba? Liwanag. Kasi kung hindi tayo ka-counter, mahihirapan lang tayo. Tapos huwag nyo sasabayan si Brian sa talon. Pabayaan nyo muna man. Pagpapalo, hindi papasok ang kamay ninyo. Kasi ang nangyayari, mabagal siya bumalo, lulutang siya. Pag pababa na kayo, doon pinapalo yung bola. Kaya malayo na yung kamay niya sa bola. Ha? Timing lang naman, timing.
Good point from Coach George Pascua. May hang time pa kasi si Brian Bagunas in the air. So you really have to get the proper timing by letting him jump first. Pag nakatalo na siya, that's the time that you go for your block.
Sabi niya yung hang time. Yun, hindi kasi haba ng hang time niya. Kaya, delay. That's another great serve. He's going to keep it in play, but it's going to be a free ball. From the back row, that's going right over. One more time. And again, bang. Well, they stopped it twice.
That was just... I mean, I'm running out of words to describe Brian Bagunas. But the hit was really above the blockers. Ganun talaga yung elevation and spike reach. So you have to deal with it by experimenting on your timing. Pwede ka talaga magpa-delay. You
So,
try that out.
si
Baka
Brian,
makakuha ka ng block touch.
Sa pag tumalon si Brian, bukas ka na tumalon. Kasi kung wala pa rin eh. Di ba? Ganun ka-delay. Tapos he's just incredible. And that's why they really welcome him back into the fold with open arms.
He's at 100% efficiency 5 for 5 on his attacks.
And he might finish today with a very high percentage. Maybe not perfect, but definitely with a very high percentage. Nice scrambling defense there. A violation is going to be called here.
Yep, that will be a point for the Sea Lions. And when we started this game, nakakaya naman nila makipagpalitan ng puntos sa Cignal HD. But when they had troubles in the passing, that was the time na kumalas na itong HD Spikers.
Looking at the unforced errors, tied at 2. Still alive. Can they convert? That's long.
Wasn't the best of hits from Toto de la Vega. I think it was a miss hit. Wasn't able to time that ball well. That will give the HD Spikers a 5-point lead.
Coach George quickly looked at his coaching staff and said, do we challenge? At they all agreed medyo mataas at walang touch. So they're going to hang on to that challenge of theirs. It's now a 5-point lead once again, opened up here by Cignal. Navy needs this point. Dolor. Little missed time on that jump.
Greg Dolor on the double jump. I think that was unintentional from the setter. But quick thinking from Greg Dolor to get the timing right. Nauna siya eh. I think he was anticipating a shoot set to the left side.
Buti nakapag-adjust siya. Still 100%.
From cross-court angle to the down-the-line angle. That was single block coverage for PGJC Navy. That's a big no-no when you're up against the likes of Brian Bagunas. They will get the free point, though, off that service error.
Cutting that lead down to 4. De La Vega now with a serve. It's a good one. Well, once again, what do you do? That's going to bring us to our second technical timeout. It's 16-11. Still, Cignal with the lead.
And longer than at last, I'll be by your side. Jopay. Alis tayo sa tunay na mundo.
Awesome live sports viewing is guaranteed with Cignal. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Switch now and get up to 3 months with no cash out. Visit www.cignal.tv/switch for more details. Back to the action, and we've got Bagunas now with the serve. 5 na ang lamang ng kanyang kupunan. Boom. Set a little bit too low, but still, nagawa ng paraan, and Navy will pick up a point.
Off-speed works for Greg Dolor. They've been challenging the blockers. in the past few sequences, but that time Regular just saw the opening behind JP Bugawan.
It's going to bring them closer. Delor now with a serve. They need a good one. And they get it. That's out. And I think there will be a challenge here.
Jao Mandal is confident that there was no block touch.
That was closer than the last one. This one may posibilidad na tumama nga.
Coach George very active on the sidelines, giving instructions to Villanueva that the cross-court angle was also open and he had a bigger space to work with.
Watch it here. No touch. At least from our angle. Let's see. There is no touch.
That's going to be another successful challenge for Coach Dexter Clamor. He has won 2 challenges already here in the first set.
Cignal picks up that point, increases their lead back again to 5. They're going to let that one drop. And the point will go to Navy here.
Pasapat a bit slow to cover up the gap left by Jao Mandal, and Villanueva acknowledged that.
Serve, Wilbert Sapida.
Sapida, good serve. Back set. That's a great dig. Let's put down. Sapida gets it over. Just too much firepower here para sa Cignal.
Everybody contributing for Cignal HD. Reverse set to Mark Calado. Easy finish for Cignal.
Two-man sub. Silang so far with 3 excellent sets.
Setter will be called for an overreaching violation. The ball was already on the side of Cignal. That will be called an illegal attack.
Not a good reception. And again, that 3-man block has proved to be very effective. Timeout now will be called once again by Navy. Their second timeout.
Ikaw yung tinatarget eh, di ba? Privilege mo nga yung tinatarget kayo. So, challenge mo na yung sarili mo na ikaw ang tinatarget. Dapat ikaw ang rumireceive ng bola. Pabayaan mo kung nag-error ka. Kailangan may bawi, hindi sunod-sunod. Kahit ako kahit libero ka, tatargetin kita kung ikaw wala ka sa focus di ba? So focus lang tayo. Tingnan nyo, pag nakukuha naman natin yung bola, nakaka-counter natin, pumupuntos tayo Ayaw lang natin dumipensa ng maayos Ha? Let's go! Let's go!
Navy, we up!
I do agree with the point of Coach George. They can score points off their attacks, but it all starts with the passing. And as a libero, you are the defensive specialist, so you really need to get those first balls, run that pass to your setter so that he can think of a good play. It's a better receive from PGJC Navy, and they convert.
They're going to need more of those.
14-20.
They're still down by 6.
Marvin Villanueva serving for Sea Lions.
Serve Villanueva. Good reception there. That's smart attack.
Joe Mandal dishing out a drop ball behind the block of PGJC Navy. More substitutions will come in for Coach George Pascua. Podadera will check in again.
Making that look so easy there. Isumandal. Balik sa pito ang lamang dito ng Cignal. Ah, a great serve. That one just died after it got over the net.
Aside from the blocking, Cignal has controlled that service line. They're just forcing a lot of broken plays.
And he
Still a point.
has an immaculate slate.
Still at 100% in this first set.
I thought that might have been the one opportunity na hindi siya makakonvert. Pero conversion pa rin.
Everything he touches turns into a point.
That's true. That serve from Mondal. This time, hindi papasok. Just a little bit off to the left.
Substitution, Cignal, level out, 10, Miguel, in.
Coach Dexter needs some more defense in the back row. That's why he decided to field in Wendell Miguel. They already have enough firepower with Brian Bagunas in the front line and Lloyd Josaphat as well.
There you go.
Cignal
That's going to bring us to
get to set point first with a 9-point cushion.
That's a lot. And that's why we said importante for Navy to stay close as long as they can, and they did. Kaso na iniwanan na sila sa gitna ng set na yun.
That was one of the best plays in this first set for PGJC Navy. Podadera was able to snatch the middle blocker in JP Bugawan. Yun na yung tulong na pwedeng maibigay for the outside hitter. Single block coverage, but Brian Bagunas will get another point and the winning point for the HD Spikers.
So he is going to remain perfect after the first set. I think one man to try to block him will not cut it. Suggestion ko lang. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Well, if you look into my eyes, then you should know.
2-1-4. You can fade into the night that you love. The world could die.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Ano to? Shadows? Mali. Up and down the boulevard. Don't Stop Believing.
Well, back to the action here. And as you can see, the Cignal HD Spikers are enjoying themselves, and why not? They won that first set quite handily. As we look at the highlights ng ating unang set.
That was a strong message sent out by the HD Spikers. Again, everybody just chipped in for that first set win. The highlight was, of course, Brian Bagunas with 100% efficiency. But ang laki rin ng naitulong sa spacing ng middle blockers ng Cignal HD. We also have to commend the setting of Cian Silang. He was able to draw out the numbers from his teammates. That's why they were on top in that department. 16-10 against the PGJC Navy Sea Lions. They also had a couple of blocks. They had a service ace. And yun yung numbers na nawala sa Sea Lions. So here in the second set, those are the departments that they have to work on because we already know that they can score off the attacks. Kaya nilang counter. Kaya nilang makapag-convert point by point. But pag nahihirapan silang makakuha ng first ball, that's also the time that Cignal maximizes their opportunity.
The Cignal HD Spikers are the defending champions. They have yet to taste the loss here. Won that first set. Let's see how they start off. They go to the back row, but that is snuffed out there by the defense.
Right off the bat, the Sea Lions will get a block point against Mads Kampong.
Umandal denied. So it's 2-0.
2 kill blocks immediately for the HD Spikers. Mark Calado will replace Mads Kampong in the opposite hitter position. And that's not his natural position. His natural position is the outside hitter position. But, you know, he's a very versatile player. So, pwede mo rin talaga siya ilagay sa right pin.
So when you're in trouble, who do you go to? Mr. 100%.
That was low set for Brian Bagunas. So he had to adjust mid-air. But for PGJC Navy, at least nahahawakan nila yung bola. Yun yung importante. Once you get touches, susunod na yung control. As long as nababasa mo yung diskarte ng setter on the other side of the court.
And there they pick up an attack point. Bring their lead back up to 2. Going down the line, bang.
Mark Calado just utilizes his elevation every time he goes for an attack. Look at the wrist action. It's a very simple hit, but very effective.
Umandal now with the serve. His team just trailing by 1. That one will sail long.
PGJC Navy getting an early 2-point lead against the HD Spikers. And now you have to focus on maintaining that lead.
Maybe too much bananas here for Jao Umandal, huh? Bagunas there with a kill block.
And that will be credited to Lloyd Josafat.
Look at that, when you have both of them there, what do you do?
Brian Bagunas was already established from the left side. And alam ni Toto de la Vega na habol na lang itong si Lloyd Josafat.
De la Vega with a serve. 2-point lead enjoyed by his squad. Goodness, look at the elevation there, Bagunas.
Bagunas knows his advantage. He just looked at the shortest player on the floor. That was Pudadera. Got a check ball off his hands.
He's making this game look so easy. Service error though. That's a second service error. Para dito sa Cignal sa ating second set.
They also started slow in set number 1. Pero nung nakabuelo na, they went all the way to the 25-point mark.
Bagunas again. That time going away from the blockers.
How do you stop one Brian Bagunas?
I think there's only one person that can stop him. When Coach Dexter says, sit down. Pero pag nandyan siya, talagang wala makatigil sa kanya. Already with 12 points. Look at that serve, plus an ace.
That will erase the 2-point lead built by the Sea Lions. Pero ang kagandahan naman sa volleyball, walang 2 points, walang 3 points. So PGJC Navy can still come back by getting a good pass. It's a perfect pass from Kalingking.
Bagunas helped out by the net. That stays in.
Great transition for PGJC Navy. Pag nakokontrol nila yung bola off that first pass, dun talaga sila nakaka-atake. Put a dent to the efficiency of Brian Bagunas.
Nice set there.
Now, Bagunas is at 80%, converting 12 out of his 15 attempts. That
It's
time
impossible
around.
to be perfect.
Yeah. Mahirap talaga yun, but we know na magiging mataas talaga yung efficiency niya. But in that last play, it was JP Bugawan getting an emphatic kill. Great
That's a
pancake
nice
save.
pancake, yes. And again, Bagunas delivers another point, which is going to bring us to our first technical timeout. A 1-point lead enjoyed here by Cignal.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2024 semifinals. For the Navy Sea Lions, they have a new goal in mind, and that is to win it all. Initially, they just wanted to be part of the top 4 seeded teams this conference, but they have achieved that already. So now, it's winning time for them in terms of their game plan versus Cignal HD. Of course, they're confident that their chemistry will be their edge in this match. They train together every day. The team score has been the same ever since the team was built, versus Cignal having changes with their lineup and the rotation even mid-season. But above everything, the Sea Lions prioritize defense. They are aware of the offensive capabilities of their opponent, and so they're focused on their floor defense, focused on challenging Cignal with their services as they play catch-up in this match. Back to you, Anthony Neal.
Thanks a lot, Baileys. Well, you know, you can work on your defense, you can work on your floor defense, you can work on your blocking, but what happens when you have an exceptional talent that you're against? Here in Brian.
It's a matter of focusing on the departments na kaya mong makaangat against Cignal.
The back row. That'll get through.
Quick thinking from Peter Kiel to hit it off the hands of Lloyd Josafat. There was a scramble sa harapan.
Still a 1-point lead. Enjoy my signal here. Still in the early stage. That is an error that they just can't commit.
That has been the biggest factor in the set for PGJC Navy Sea Lions. They were able to establish their own lead, but they've also encountered a couple of unforced errors from the service line, from attacking. Yun yung kailangan talaga non-negotiable on their end, because it's already hard to compete with the numbers of the HD Spikers, and now they have a 3-point lead. So you cannot afford to give them easy points. In the words of Coach George Pascua, kailangan natin makabawit. Doesn't matter if we commit errors, pero importante hindi sunod-sunod.
Ooh, mistake there from Kalingking, and a timeout will quickly be called here by Coach George.
Isang mali natin, tama na. Kasi sayang nag-ahabol tayo Namamatay ang bola dahil hindi nila pumupuntos Binibigay natin Sayang, huwag yung tulungan yung kalaban. Ang hirap-hirap manalo pagka tinutulungan natin yung kalaban ninyo. Diba? Huwag kayong bibitaw sa service receive. Tingnan nyo, pag may receive tayo, nakukunik naman natin Bakit bibitaw tayo dun? Ano ba ang gamot? Ito lang naman pag-usap namin sa inyo. Mag-usap lang kayo. Yung na solusyon dun. Hanggat hindi nyo ginagawa yan, hindi tayo malala. Ayaw nyo mag-usap Tapangan nyo.
Now communication has become a problem for the Sea Lions.
Ooh, Jay Disquitado is in the house. He was here earlier talking to a lot of the other players that he has actually been facing.
This weekend, they will be going up against the De La Salle Green Spikers for that playoff para sa twice-to-beat advantage in the UAAP.
So he's just taking all this good volleyball in, getting some good vibes.
Also learning from
True, that is correct.
his kuyas on the floor.
People forget he's still so young, because we have seen him quite a number of times already here in local competitions, which is not school related.
And I feel like dito rin siya na-discover sa Spikers turf.
Nadal with 5 points already. It's a 4-point advantage enjoyed by Cignal. That's gonna work. Yun ang kinakailangan. At yun ang sinasabi ni Coach George. Kaya naman natin
And that was an unpredictable set from Podadera. Great reverse set. Nakaluhod na nga siya. But he was still able to dish that out to the back quick play for Peter Kiel. But that's the biggest question. How can you sustain that type of movement na ang bilis din ng recovery ng Cignal HD? Right now, they can't afford to exchange points with Cignal. They really have to come up with a string of points. And kaya nila yun makuha every time they have a full front line. They have 3 attackers right now. You have De La Vega, you have Dolor, and you also have Sapida. But the net defense of Cignal has been a problem for PGJC Navy. Greg Dolor getting a point back for the Sea Lions. Toto De La Vega has been quiet. We mentioned in the pregame that he is the top contributor coming into the semifinals for the Sea Lions. But he has been checked by the defenders of Cignal HD. Now they are challenging the receivers of Coach Dexter Clamore. So that is good news for Coach George Pascua. Again, Greg Dolor converts off the left pin.
12-15.
A Well, I guess, Neil, that's one of the problems when you're the leading scorer of one team. Talaga yung depensa nakaki sa'yo. You're gonna allow the others to try to beat them. Ace! Bagunas couldn't get out of the way. He was trying.
Yan yung kanina pa gustong mangyari ni Coach George Pasco. At tayo naman, pahirapan natin yung receivers ng Cignal para hindi sila makagawa ng play.
Kailangan makapatay tayo, 3-0 na kagad. Dapat talagaan natin yung lamang natin. Pasa lang ulit. Advantage yan. Advantage gitna. Makapasa lang. Medyo bumuka. Pins na kagad.
Sa pasa ulit, sa pasa. Tara, start na natin to. Let's go. Hey, Cignal. Cignal. Beat.
So that timeout there was really just to stop the momentum more than anything else. They still have a comfortable lead at 2.
This is more manageable for the Sea Lions. A 2-point lead. They can score off that ace, or they can get a good defensive stop against the attackers of Cignal. But that error will send us to our second technical timeout, with Cignal being on top by 3.
Always be humble and respect the opponent. Yun yung dinadala ko hanggang ngayon eh. Respect. Kasi iba-ibang teammate yung nakasalamuha ko at iba-ibang team din na napasukan ko. Dapat kahit sino man yan or ano man yan, respeto pa rin. And be humble sa anumang bagay. Kung ano man narating mo sa buhay.
Arena Plus, astig sa sports. As you get back into the action here. Combination play expected there by the defense.
Well, Greg Dolor has come up with a couple of consecutive hits. And that sent a prompt to the blockers of Cignal. Nabantayan na siya. It's back to a 4-point lead for the HD Spikers.
Good serve from Calado. No, it hits the net.
Too low. Before we started the second set, I overheard Coach Dexter Clamore pointing out the unforced errors of Cignal. They're doing well in most of the categories. Yun na lang, kailangan na lang nilang bawasan yung mga libreng puntos na binibigay nila sa PGJC Navy. For our teams, important din sa kanila manalo in 3 to 4 sets, because pagdating sa mga tiebreaker, computations, ayaw nilang maalanganin. And yun din yung sinabi ni Jao Mandal kanina nung featured interview. Cignal has already tallied 6 skill blocks in this game. Navy has 2. And as for the service errors, mas marami naman yung Cignal with 7. Navy only has 3 errors in that department. Now Villanueva will score off the right pin.
Naibalik na naman nila yung kalamangan ng kalaban. Down to 2. Can they keep it going though? Dolor with the serve. And they bring it down to 1. We got a battle here for the second set.
Padadera has been doing good job in distributing the sets for his attackers. Alam mo rin job well done sa mga setter pag isa lang yung blocker.
Another good serve. Bagunas. His attack there slowed down. They've gotten timing. Even the floor defense now starting to work. Ooh, that might have gone out. Umandal, yes.
Great defense pa din for PGJC Navy. They were able to get good rebounds against Brian Bagunas. The digging was present in the back row. Jao Mandal had enough space to get that kill from the back row.
Brian making sure that there are no slick portions. Another great serve.
That is a way out for Villanueva.
That one straight to the net. Toss was low. Oh wow, that one is float serve. That just can't happen. You need to be able to get that in. Libreng puntos na naman.
They've been successful in cutting the deficit on their end. Kanina it was a 4-point lead. Lagi nilang nakacut to 2, but then they commit these mistakes.
But if you continue to shoot yourself in the foot, you're not going to have any chance of coming back here. Bang!
There is no chance ball for Brian Bagunas. Kahit loose ball, he would really go up for that attack. He get rewarded.
Umandal said, did you see that set? I set him up. What a gem of an athlete. Well, hanging around is Navy here. At least it's a much more competitive second set.
Liok with a hit this time from the left pin. So there are two southpaws na nagko-contribute for PGJC Navy. Villanueva off that substitution. Liok in this rotation.
Umandal goes cross court.
Now PGJC Navy needs the numbers from Toto de la Vega. He is in the front row. But Cignal just needs 3 points to get set number 2.
Kailangan nyo munang makinig. Kailangan nyo munang gawin yung instruction sa inyo. Kasi unconsciously, nakikinig kayo, pero hindi nyo sinusunod. So mahirapan tayong ganun. I-guide namin kayo para kahit pa paano, magkaroon kayo ng idea yung mga dapat gawin. Kasi kung i-insist pa rin natin, yung sa atin, medyo mahirapan tayo. Sumunod mo kayo sa instruction, ulitin ko ha. Wala pa silang pinapalo down the line. Dito ang katawan, cross-court block, cross-court defense tayo. So titingnan nyo yung tumulusot sa block, depensa. Huwag nyo upuan yung bola ha. Okay, let's go. Iangat mo lang. Let's go. Navy! Huya! Huya!
Navy's going to need to get this point here.
22.
Not a good reception. Not a good attack as well.
Toto De Vega still trying to get his range. There will be a challenge
here, pero block touch. That looked like it was too high to be touched.
That was definitely outside, so I guess they want to take their chance dyan sa block touch challenge.
It's either that or just really a momentum killer here. You have your challenges, you're not going to be able to bring it to the third set anyway. But I think that's grasping for straws here with this challenge.
Yep, it was
no doubt about that one.
Above the blockers.
Ooh, that one is long. Well, that did kill the momentum.
They still have an allowance for those errors because they still have a 4-point lead.
Yung walang allowance dito yung Navy, hindi na sila pwede magkamali. Another service error here literally puts them with their backs against the wall. That's a good dig there. Brian's gonna get denied.
Finally, a kill block against Brian Bagunas. Yun yung importante for PGJC Navy. You have to keep on trying. So eventually, you will get it.
Balik. Ay, sorry. Balik.
Di. Oh, ano? Mark. Big quick. Doy. Big quick. Open. Pwedeng 2, pero sungay ka. Sungay. Labas ka pero sungay. Alam naman, expect nila papalo din si Brian dito. Pero labas ka talaga, pakita mo na papalo ka dito. Ay, pasa mo na, pasa.
Palo, cover. Let's go. Hey, signal. Basta, signal.
Coach Dexter just wants a strong finish from the white shirts. I mean, coming off that first set, they were in total control. But now they're actually allowing PGJC Navy to come back in the second set.
They want to be able to win this one and quite convincingly para wala nang momentum naman itong kanilang kalaban. Papasok sa third.
Center line fault will be called on Jao Mandal.
So that lead is down to 2 once again. Ooh, that's sent out. No question about that one.
Errors are starting to pile up for Cignal HD. That's back-to-back faults called on Jao Mandal. Coach Dexter needs one stop in this rotation. So I guess we can expect a set na pupunta kay Brian Bagunas.
Isa na lang ang lamang. We're tied at 23. And no more timeouts here for Coach Dexter.
3-man block clicking for the Sea Lions.
It's an ace. And it's now set point. for Navy.
What a turnaround for the Sea Lions after committing errors on their attack. Now they commit a shank pass, and that will give Navy a 1-point lead, and they get to set point first.
Navy needs a good serve here. When you're in trouble, why not go to Brian?
I guess in the head of Coach Dexter Clamor, dapat kanina pa.
Exactly. And you mentioned it. You were saying now's the good time to go to Brian, which is actually 2 points earlier.
Now he's in the front line. Let's see if PGJC Navy can convert. They have Greg Dolor on the left side and Toto De La Vega from the right. So ang dami ring options for Pudadera. They will choose Greg Dolor, and
it is set point again for Navy. Their second.
now you see how important passing is in the sport of volleyball. Great check there. Chance for PGJC Navy to close it out.
That one it's sent out though. Well, they're gonna try to review just in case. Malay mo, tumama sa kuko.
This is a good time to get good rebounds against Brian Bagunas. Because in score lines like this, it's anybody's ball game.
And who knows, there might have been a finger on that. So none.
Yeah, there was no block touch. Point will go to Cignal HD.
And we are tied once again at 25. They need a good serve. They got it. Chance here. Asking for 4 touches. None given. Opportunity.
Yeah. That will be a catch and throw violation called on Brian Bagunas. He wanted to go for that joust against the blockers of PGJC Navy, pero hindi tumalon yung blockers ng Navy. Or rather, binaba nila yung kamay nila last second because they saw the intention of Bagunas. Another set point opportunity for the Sea Lions.
That's their third set point here. Important serve coming up here. They're shooting themselves in the foot.
These are the errors na kayang iwasan. Mads Campong will replace Mark Calado. Coach Dexter wants a sure serve.
Remember that third set in that first round when they played. Went to extra points. That's easily put down again.
Risk paid off for PGJC Navy. Greg Dolor was open, but Pudadera went for that big quick attack.
The captain needs a good serve here. Cignal on the other hand. Wants a good reception. They're not going to need it.
These are expensive errors for PGJC Navy. They've had a lot of chances to close it out.
Wandali's going to check back in here. What does Brian do with his serve? Does he go for a big one here? Yes, he does. It's now set point, but for Cignal. After 3 set points given to Navy, first set point para sa Cignal.
Toto de la Vega just trying to put that ball in. But masyadong mababa lang yung contact point. Both have 5 service errors in this set. Both teams.
Oh! Wow!
Right, Bagunas will score off the libero of PGJC Navy to escape them here in the second set.
Watch it once again. This is exceptional. And after that ace, Cignal now leads 2 sets to none.
Para kang Stigs, ugali mo'y napaka-Stigs. Kung hiyain mo ko, talagang nakaka-shriek.
Stupid love. Sa pag-ibig ko sa'yo, ako'y bilanggo. Tumingin sa salamin na alalang nakalipas. Masakit palang maging balak butas.
Maulan ba sa inyo pag bumubuhos dito?
Raining in Manila? Raining in Manila, hindi ka ba nilalamig?
Well, you can see there all our players in a different light. Hindi lang sila puro volleyball. As we take a look at the volleyball action that just transpired here in the second set, it was a close one.
Brian Bagunas just saved the day as he scored that last point of the ace. He is the leading scorer for Cignal HD with 18 markers. And yung sumunod na sa kanya is Jao Mandal with 8. That's not his usual numbers. But I guess when you have Brian Bagunas in the fold scoring at will, hindi mo kailangan masyadong pumuntos. But for PGJC Navy, it has been a balanced effort from Dolor, Kiel, and Leoc. They have 8, 7, and 6 points respectively. That was a really close second set that we saw. Nagkatalo talaga sa errors. Dun na latter part, PGJC Navy had 2 or 3 set points, but they weren't able to put their services in. And kita-kita naman, double digits, 10 points, 10 free points given to the HD Spikers in that frame.
And that serve from their captain once again, that was a set point. It'll be interesting to see now how Cignal starts out the third, because they got a big scare there.
Yeah, Cignal cannot relax because PGJC Navy showed a lot of grit in that second set. And even if they lost that frame, ang maganda naman nangyari doon ng partner is that matatanggal nila yung mental hurdle na unbeatable yung Cignal. It's difficult to beat Cignal, but I don't think a team is unbeatable.
A good start here for Navy once again. Similar to what happened in the second set.
And some parts nung set number 2, we saw PGJC Navy in the driver's seat with their own lead. Kaya kailangan talaga tuloy-tuloy. And Coach George Pascua has been consistent in reminding the defenders on the floor na kailangan talaga natin pumasa because that will be the key to victory for the Sea Lions.
That goes out.
Yes, that will be called inside. Coach George Pascua will be challenging that call. Babawiin, hindi na daw. Guess the assistant coaches saw that it was inside.
The problem is here, it looks like Jao Mandal is hurt. That's not a good sign for the Cignal HD Spikers. He is their number 2 in terms of that 1-2 punch.
Buti na lang malalim yung bench ng Cignal HD, so marami pang pwedeng pumalit sa posisyon ni Jao Mandal.
What they're hoping is just a little pinch nerve.
That will be great for the confidence of Toto de la Vega. He scores off the double block of Cignal.
Let's see if Bailey's is able to get a report there.
Error for Brian Bagunas. This is how the second set started. PGJC Navy again with a 2-point lead.
Their problem is sustaining it, number 1, and when they get to the finish line is can they actually get past it? They failed in that second set. Lead been cut down to 1. Not a good reception. Dolor tries to adjust and does.
The Tamarao spirit lives on dito kay Greg Dolor. Not afraid of challenging the 3-man block put up by the HD Spikers. That was a wall built by Cignal.
Yes, it was. Dolor goes cross court. He's going to run out of space though. And they are working on Jao on the sidelines. Not quite sure if he will be back. Sapida.
Middles have come up with crucial points also for Coach George Pascua. That big quick play.
That's easily put down there from Bugawan.
On deck to serve, Brian Bagunas.
This guy's a joy to watch serving. That time, he serves it out. Coach George saying, why couldn't that have happened at the end of the second set?
But now they have a 2-point lead. They're in control in the start of set number 3. Consistency will be the factor for PGJC Navy from here on out.
Nice pancake just to keep that alive. Back row again. Bakunas denied. Second time from the back row. He gets the door shut on him.
Great adjustments on a defense from PGJC Navy. Look at the timing. Ibang-iba na yung timing ngayon compared to that first set.
Sabi nga nila, it's important to be able to play against the individual, and then little by little, makakapag-adjust ka.
Wendell Miguel will get his first point of the match.
Team captain J.P. Love, serve for Cignal. Ball is out.
Nice serve there from the captain. Quick hit. We'll say long there for Leo.
Now we're tied at 7-all.
Yun ang sinasabi natin, yung sustaining that effort after leading by 2. That lead has now just been erased. Good serve from Bugawan again. That one will score here for Navy and bring us to our first technical timeout. Lamang sila na isa.
PGJC Navy on top, 8-7.
Back inside the Rizal Memorial Stadium, this is the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2024 semifinals. Let's talk about the body language and environment of the Cignal HD Spikers. It has been the same ever since this match started. They have been playing with confidence, with rhythm, and most especially composure. You could really see the experience prevailing over the Navy Sea Lions, as even them, they were just trailing and there were some lead changes, but you could sense the veterans just stepping up in this match. Just a quick update on Jao Umandal. He was subbed out due to some tightness on his right shoulder. He has been experiencing it since the start of the match and is being attended by the team's coaching staff. It's something minor, but Jao is very much okay and will be ready to play. Back to you, Anthony and Neil.
Well, that's a good sign if you're a fan of Cignal HD Spikers. Well, the only question, I guess, is kung kailan siya ibabalik ni Coach Dexter. Because right now, they're still doing well. Maybe you may not want to risk it. Sabi mo naman malalim yung kanilang bench.
Wendell Miguel has been performing well. So sa ngayon, hindi pa naman kailangan ipasok si Jao.
That'll get through for Leo.
There's a constant reminder on the sidelines for the Sea Lions to keep on talking.
And Coach George was stressing that first set pa lang. Another service error. Napatukot na lang itong si Coach George.
It is really frustrating for Coach George Pasqua because they've been working tirelessly to score off the defenders of the HD Spikers. So to be able to give that easy point to Cignal.
There's another one.
Give Cignal the confidence that they need to finish this in 3 straight sets. That error from De La Vega will give Cignal a 1-point lead.
So it was a 1-point lead for Navy. Back-to-back errors. And now, getting their own point is Cignal. And suddenly, lumalaki na yung kalamangan. Coach George suing for time here.
Huwag na natin kung gusto lang natin smile out, okay lang. Basta kailangan, hanggang doon lang natin, pabayaan yung kalaban nyo magkamali. Kasi 3 na tapos ibibigay natin sa kalaban. Sayang, di ba? So, avoid. Ano na lang yan? Choice na lang natin yan. Pero kaya niya eh.
I guess you could see the frustration written all over Coach George's face. He's starting to sound like a broken record.
11-9.
Pero tama talaga yung sinasabi niya. You know, all this his team has to realize is just look back at the second set. We had 3 set points. We were on the verge of winning that set. Kaso lang, ang dami lang talaga nating error.
Right now, yun yung pinakamagagawa ni Coach George on the sideline to keep on reminding the players.
Seemed like he was running out of ways to be able to get that message across. Back to Brian.
Quick 20-point output for Brian Bagunas.
Parang napakadali, ano? Lead is back up to 2.
That's how you conserve your energy. First set pa lang sa'yo, kunin mo na agad yung puntos.
Power and tip's gonna work.
Middles have scored majority of the points in the past few sequences for PGJC Navy. Wings have been checked. Kaya umahanap ng ibang paraan si Pudadera to score points for the Sea Lions.
That's in. Wow, what an angle to work with. At naipasok pa rin niya yun.
Sharp cross works for Mark Calado against the single block of Greg Dolor. That is inside for Mark Calado. Cignal now building separation here in the third.
Watch it here.
That ball just dropped last second.
That one just got over. Dolor puts it down.
Greg Dolor was asking for that ball. He wanted to score. JP Bugawan committed to the middle of the Sea Lions. That gave Greg Dolor the green light to attack the defense of Cignal, but that
Another service error.
Service error will just give that point back to the HD Spikers.
It seemed like Coach George was ready to sit down and throw his hands up in the air there. Out of frustration. Lumansab ang kanyang gagawin dito. It's 15, serving 12. Look at these numbers. Ooh, officially 19 points off 16 attacks, but there's no doubt he's going to get to 20. He might get it on an ace here. No, he doesn't.
Perfect pass.
That's a good block. Miguel gets denied.
Team captain, Greg
Dolor in double digits with his 10 points. Miguel, bawi ka agad.
When the Miguel just found that gap in between the double block of PGJC Navy, exploiting that seam. That will send us to our second technical timeout.
The postseason of the association is finally here. Watch the 2024 NBA playoffs only on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live. Hashtag everything counts. Hashtag NBA on Cignal. What a comeback a while ago by the Philadelphia 76ers. Down 6 with 30 seconds remaining. And they won the ball game in overtime. Right now here, Cignal looking to win it in 3 straight sets. And the violation is going to be called on Cignal.
Net touch on one of the blockers of the HD
Take your pick.
Spikers.
Tatlo sila ron.
This is still a winnable set for PGJC Navy. They have to make their move now because we're already past the midpoint of set number 3.
Oh my goodness.
He's just racking up the points.
There is 20th point. Yun na.
Effortless.
Grabe.
Brian Bagunas.
Nice to see him back here on local shores. Combination play, and Leok not able to put that one through.
It was an open block for Leok. Wanted to go for that power tip.
Yun na naman yung mga pagkakamali, ano, Neil, na hindi po pwede mangyari. Mas lalo na pagkalabo mo yung signal. Those should be sure points. Katulad nun.
Better hit from Leok. He had the green light in the last sequence, but he made up for that mistake with a powerful hit. Now Toto de la Vega will march back into the front row, hoping that he could be the difference maker here in set number 3.
12 excellent sets already for Pudadera. That's over. And they're going to get the point.
Peter Kiel will win that joust against Lloyd Josaphat. That's it for the double substitution of Coach Dexter, Calado, and C. Will try to finish off this 3rd frame. They are just 7 points away.
Boy, the defense up front has really started to work.
17-18.
Timeout now for Cignal.
Sa naman, si yun, kailangan doon kaagad sa high percentage. Hinahabol mo pero naka-establish yung block sa kanya. Diba? Pwede mo i-reverse, andun naman yung bola eh. Dito naman yung bola kayo na, diba? Pwede mo i-back row o pwede mo i-sink. Okay? O dito, advantage na naman. O, pasa lang muna, pasa. Go.
Let's go. Let's go. And signal. Also, signal.
Just some minor reminders here from Coach Dexter. That once comfortable lead is now just down to 1. So it's 17, serving 18. Pudadera back there to serve again. Well, sabi ni Coach Dexter, let's play their percentages.
Mark Calado this time from the left side. Kanina nakita natin siya sa opposite hitter side. Ngayon balik na siya sa left side.
That's a nice dig. But that one sent back there to Bagunas.
Turn to sender from the blockers of PGJC Navy. They've tallied a couple of kill blocks against Brian.
Yes, they have. I think in the first set they were in awe of his performance more than anything else. And then nakapag-adjust na sila. And that time, they were expecting it to go to Bagunas. Before it got there, pinatay na.
Lloyd Sapat went up against Peter Kiel. Again, one-on-one.
Dolor through the blockers.
Greg Dolor just keeps on asking for that ball. He's the best option now for Pudadera. Let's see if he can go all the way. So it's just a 1-point lead for the HD Spikers.
There they go once again to the middle.
You can see the difference of the tempo between the quick attacks of Bugawan and the quick attacks of PGJC Navy. Straight down for Bugawan.
They're gonna say Cignal won that joust. The timeout this time will call Coach George.
Maliwanag, sige lang. Don't stop. Iniinsayo natin yung ganyang score. So nananalo pa tayo. Hanggat hindi pumipito yung referee na end of match, laban pa rin. Pilitin pa rin natin. Yung depensa, huwag tayong tumatakbo sa depensa. Puts. Sige, sugurin nyo na. Tingnan, pag nayangat yung bola, nakoconvert naman natin ng points. Sige, paluin nyo na paluin. Tingnan nyo, kahit triple block, pag pinalo, lumulusot ang bola. Kesa binibigay natin yung support sa kalaban. Ha? Tatlo lang yan.
Brace yourselves as athletes and sports lovers have a no-holds-barred conversation with Sean Ildefonso. Watch Showtime exclusive on Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now. What it's now or never for Navy to put up their last-ditch stand. That's long.
Just a 2-point lead now for the HD Spikers.
On deck to serve. Joe.
Good serve needed here from De La Vega. That's a great serve. That's out. But there's going to be a challenge here. Let's see.
There's a challenge on the ball by Cignal. Ball in, ball out.
If the call stays, that's going to cut the lead further down to just one here. But if not, it's going to make it 2 points away for Cignal. Coach Dexter says he saw it and he feels that was in. Let's see if he's right. Oh, that's going to compress.
Right on the line for Brian Bagunas.
Ball is in.
Point will officially go to the HD Spikers. The second set, he scored that final point of that ace. Now he will try to score more from the service line.
Brian Bagunas for the serve.
Ooh, that went into the net off that low toss. And again, can you imagine if he had those two service errors that he's committed here in the third to end that second set? This would have been a totally different story.
Team captain Greg Dolor for the serve.
Dolor with 12 points off 12 attacks. Gets a good serve there. Liok. And it's down to one.
That was the main instruction of Coach George Pascua. Yun din yung napansin ko. Every time na challenge nila yung blockers ng Cignal, lumulusot or tumatama yung palo sa kamay nila. So now they're in a good position as well. Just down by 1
Still
point.
have one substitution. Jao, babalik ka. O, maliit lang dito yung setter. Maliit yung setter advantage. Si JP, quick tumba. 2 si Brian. 2. Okay, 8 ka pa rin dito. Pero first option mo, since dito si Jao, maliit ang setter dito. Pero pag dumikit, may iwan dito, pwede rin kayo ano. Okay? Pasa mo na, pasa.
Good pass, let's go. Hey, Cignal. Cignal.
Go, Jao.
So it looks like Jao Mandal will be returning here. Well, Miguel did his job. Balik si Jao at sabi nila, tapusin na natin to. It all starts off with a good serve here first from the captain, Dolor. We all remember what transpired in the latter stage of the second set, and there's another one.
Miss hit will force that error.
It's going to be match point now for Cignal. And now it's the captain on the other end. Bugawan. That time nanigurado. To end things, it goes in for Umandal.
That was a good pancake save from the defender of Cignal. Jao Mandal just put an end to that rally. And the Cignal HD Spikers will get a repeat performance in their last encounter against PGJC Navy. A strong start here in the semifinals.
So with all that rest, Umandal just needed one more. Came in, delivered a kill. And it's going to be a 3-set victory here. There were some scary moments in that second set. But still, Cignal maintaining that immaculate slate of theirs. Overall, they'll get to 9-0. But here in the semifinals, they move to one victory in their very first encounter here as we open semifinal play this Wednesday. Score 25-16, 29-27, and then 25-22. But that second set really could have been anybody's set.
Even the third set, I would say na pwede pa sana yun mapunta sa PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Yun nga lang, medyo late na yung move nila. They got the momentum in the tail end of set number 2 and set number 3. But again, the errors on the service line, that was the factor that gave the sweep to the HD Spikers.
That was critical, that's for sure. Just too many mistakes, especially on serves, especially at the worst possible times.
Cignal will need one more win na lang alongside the Navigators Iloilo to get a good position in our final round.
Importante naman makapasok ka lang di ba?
Yeah. And as for the Crisscross King Crunchers and the PGJC Navy Sea Lions, they cannot afford to drop another game.
So now with the big advantage, really, are the two teams that actually came away with victories here today. The Navigators and Cignal here in the second game. What a way to start off our semifinal round with two exceptional matches. The Navigators pulling off an upset here of sorts. As we send you now over to Bailey's.
All right, we have our player of the game, Brian Bagunas of the Cignal HD Spikers, 20 points, 18 attacks, 2 blocks, 2 aces lang naman. Unang-una, congrats on the win. Of course, gaano ka-importante yung panalo na ito sa inyo? Siyempre, 1-0 na kayo coming into the playoff series natin.
Siyempre, malaking bagay ito para sa amin kasi siyempre, ito yung first game namin sa semis. So, malaking impact to para sa amin kasi siyempre, kailangan namin pagtrabahuan every game. Ayun.
Ano pa yung kailangan yung pagtrabahuan? I'm sure marami pa kayong kailangan i-adjust. Siyempre, yung mga kalaban natin dito sa semis, hindi lang basta-basta.
Ayun nakita ko kanina sa game namin medyo yung serve receive namin hindi ganun ka-effective. Siguro kailangan namin pagtrabahuan pa di sa tomorrow may training kami. So kailangan namin na pagtrabahuan yan para ma-perfect namin. So para maging madali yung game. Ayan.
Brian, meron ka ba gustong batiin?
Binabati ko yung wife ko na nanonood and lalo na sa family ko sa Batangas. Ayun, maraming salamat and sa mga fans ng Spikers Surf, palagi kayo sumuporta sa amin. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat, Brian Bagunas of the Cignal HD Spikers. Congrats again on the win, Brian. Back to you, Anthony Neal.
Thanks a lot, Bailey. Well, sabi nga natin, just another day in the office. Once again here for Brian Bagunas as he and the Cignal HD Spikers pick up another victory.
Yeah, it was not just the efforts of Brian Bagunas that gave them the sweep. It was also the efforts of Cian Silang, JP Bogawan, Lloyd Josephat, and even the second stringers. Lahat ng pinasok ni Coach Dexter Clamore nag-perform din talaga. And again, this is the semifinals. So we are expecting the highest level of performances from our athletes. And Brian Bagunas just displayed that he is really one of the best talents here in the Philippines with his 21-point performance. 13 attacks for both Cignal and PGJC Navy in set number 3. PGJC Navy even had more rejections pagdating sa net defense. But again, yung double figures sa unforced errors, yan din yung naging problema nila no set number 2. So that is again the factor that prevented them from getting a set win against Cignal HD.
The games this coming Friday, tuloy ang ating semifinals. The Navigators up against Cignal at 4 in the afternoon, and Chris Cross goes up against Navy. That's going to be at 6 in the evening. That'll do it here for all of us here this Wednesday evening. In back, my partner Neil Flores, Anthony Stye saying thanks for joining us, everybody. Till next time, take care. Have a good evening ahead. God bless.